Tonight on the Monkey Brothers Mystery Hour, we try to solve who's the best Joker.
Welcome back to the Monkey Brothers Nerd Show, starring Louie, Doc, and Wolfie Doo.
As you just heard, we're going to be going over, our ranking of the Jokers. We decided to make this a separate list since we excluded him from our previous Rogues Gallery inclusion list. So, but regardless of that, we are going with, I guess, the theory that there is multiple Jokers at all times. So they are all valid except for the Juggalo Joker. Juggalo Joker gets automatically demoted to, F rank. Or Jugga Joker, as I have called him.
He should be burned to the fiery pits of hell.
Yeah. In case you don't know which one that is, I'm about to pull something up on the screen. He's the smallest one on there. Was part of the animated series The Batman.
What I will say is that I agree. I dislike that Joker because he kind of looked like a maniacal. Well, not even maniacal, but they took Blanca as a character from Street Fighter, and then they just gave him Joker colors.
Yeah, I can see that. But yeah, he was crazy for crazy sakes, and I was just like, hey.
It was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Pretty much.
I will say the only villain I liked from that show was the Riddler.
Yep.
And that was amazingly because it looked like Marilyn Manson, and it was Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, it was voice acted by Marilyn Manson on that one, which is interesting.
It is interesting. That's one of those things you're like, huh!
Mm-hmm. They never included him too many times in that show. But the very few times that they did include him, it was Marilyn Manson.
Probably because he was busy grooming young females to do his bidding the other times.
That and the price.
That's why he got canceled.
But, so, automatically throwing a Jugga Joker into F rank. And of course, as always, this is our subjective, opinion of the Jokers here. But if you like the Joker, you're a loser. Or if you like the Jugga Joker, you're probably a loser, so deal with it. You want to choose the next one, Doc?
Okay, so purely cinematic, I think I like Heath Ledger's Joker.
Okay.
At first, when they first cast Heath Ledger, he was coming from the world of little rom-coms or whatnot.
Yeah, he was coming from
literally a teenage movie or whatever.
I thought he was coming straight from
Brokeback Mountain.
Brokeback Mountain. Because I remember the whole joke being like, "Oh, I don't want a gay Joker." And it's like, really, like,
what's he gonna do? Fuck Batman?
Yeah.
I mean, realistically,
he wants to. But
I didn't know. I didn't know how it was going to be cast. Then when I saw if you remember the poster,
Why So Serious poster.
I was like, really? It's like you just took the Crow makeup and called it the Joker. I was not very happy with the Joker. And
yeah.
I was like, Christopher Nolan, I can't believe he did this, blah, blah, blah. But then when I saw the movie, realistically, it might as well just been a Joker movie because
he pretty much stole the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was sad and tragic that he died, but, he literally made that movie. And made that character his own. There's going to be people that say, hey, Jack Nicholson's Joker is the best. Jack Nicholson, you did okay. I mean, honestly, I don't know how they got him to do the Joker. He was okay. The makeup was okay, but not my favorite Joker.
Yeah. What would you rank him, the Heath Ledger Joker? What ranking? A through F?
Are we talking about cinematic or just all around?
What do you mean cinematic? Like
just the movies or live action TV? Or are we talking about including the animated series?
I include all of them. Compare the Jokers to the Joker. Compare Heath Ledger's Joker to the other Jokers, basically.
So I would still take Heath Ledger's Joker, just completely fresh idea, you know. Especially when you see in a movie where he just makes that pencil disappear.
Yeah.
You know, he's like maniacal but intelligent, you know, wants to. Anyways,
yeah.
I can go on and on. But I would say Heath Ledger, then, of course, the animated series Batman.
Yeah.
You know,
hold on a second. Before we get into that. So, like I said, give Heath Ledger's Joker a ranking. Okay.
I would say number 1.
So, A rank?
Yeah. I would say his.
Any disagreements?
I mean, like, I would put the animated series in A as well.
Yeah.
Like, I think we would disagree just slightly because I would flip them.
Yeah, I don't think we're.
Because, for me, I grew up more with, like, the animated series. And, like, I didn't watch many of the Nolan films.
Yeah.
And, like,
that's why I was like.
I will say, out of every depiction, I like Heath Ledger's Joker more than any of the other movie Jokers.
Yeah.
But that's me. Like, I would just flip them just because I like the animated version more than.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think we're gonna rank them like 1, 2, 3, but rather A, B. Yeah. And then like, there could be several Jokers in the A category because I mean, like to me, like I think Wolf has the right idea in that Heath Ledger's Joker is right up there with the Mark Hamill animated series.
In all honesty, like when you think about like Jokers, it's always Heath and Mark.
Yeah.
Because like those are the two, and like I definitely think they sell like the Joker in different ways. Because in the animated version, like he could be a little more goofy, still have that creepiness, still have the maniacalness, but like in like movies, he has to be more kind of grounded in reality.
Yeah.
So he has to be a little darker, and I think Heath Ledger's fits that.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I think we're all agreeing basically with
like on the same thing.
We're on the same wavelength. He is A rank, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and move on to the animated series, Batman the animated series, the new Batman Adventures, Batman and Robin, like the entirety of the animated series.
I mean, I would tell you I can rank mine easy. I would be Heath Ledger's Joker, Mark Hamill's Joker, Cesar Romero's Joker, and then Joaquin Phoenix.
Okay.
I mean,
would you count them all as A rank or?
No. I mean, everybody, all those characters, I mean, they're different.
Yeah.
So I can't count them the same way. Mm-hmm. But I'm counting them as my favorite rendition of the Joker.
Yeah.
So, literally, even though we're doing A through F, I mean, literally to me, it's like my A rank is Heath Ledger's Joker.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, more than one Joker can occupy the same space.
Right. It just,
yeah.
And the same thing with the animated series. If I'm going to animated series, and it's weird because they're different mediums.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to rank them that way. But so, like, if I was going to pick somebody to continue the Joker, I would say Heath Ledger.
Yeah. Well, he can't continue shit.
Well, no, I'm saying, but if I was,
if
I was going to continue that, I mean, I would want to see how he would take that. You know, with Mark Hamill, I've already seen how extensive that is. So,
and he's retired his Joker voice. So.
Exactly. And then, of course, Cesar Romero to me is like the first iteration of Joker that I ever saw growing up as a kid. But, and of course, I think most of us are going to agree with Jared Leto's Joker probably being at the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, he's at least for me, he's down there with Juggalo Joker. To be honest.
Yeah, I put him in.
Well, I will say one thing: I did like his Joker laugh.
I didn't even like that, to be honest.
I did. I just think the way they went about it was just because I mean that probably isn't visually his take on the Joker.
Yeah.
I will say, in the scene, like the deleted scene that they kind of showed, like with the, I think it was the extended cut of the Justice League.
The Snyder cut, yeah.
His Joker was better than it was in the Suicide Squad.
Yes.
But not by much. Then again, Suicide Squad was a shit movie.
But you guys got to figure, it's not like he wrote the lines.
Yeah. So I think it was just like that movie itself was bad, and then like everything about that character that was off or anything just got exacerbated.
All right. So let's continue. You said let's go with Cesar Romero. I think I mean, as much as I hate to say it, I'd probably put him in the B rank. For me, he's actually one of my favorites, if not the top favorite.
Yeah, like,
but
for me, it's kind of hard because I don't know where to like put him.
I mean, for me, I put him up there just because of the fact that, again, first, nostalgia for me. Two, you know, if you look at the comics at the time, he fits that Joker.
Yeah.
You know,
he fits the jester more than...
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know...
I guess that's something else we could talk about in the Chango Libre.
And then, to top it all off, to me, he was a Latino, I don't know if he was Mexican particularly, but actor in Hollywood at the time, and even now, those are very few roles, and that was a big role for him to have.
Yeah.
I still love that he refused to shave his mustache. Just for
yes,
typing.
Exactly.
that is still my favorite story.
So to me, that's, you know, for those reasons alone. And I guess for me, I'm looking at it like if you look at Heath Ledger, he redefined what the Joker looks like in a way.
Yeah.
You know, whereas Cesar Romero is exactly what the Joker looked like in the comic books at the time.
Yeah.
So, whereas Jared Leto, sadly, again, it's not like it was
his choice or anything.
His choice, his design, you know. But I do like his Joker laugh. Mm-hmm. I didn't like a lot of the other things. You know, of course, like I said, he didn't write the script. He didn't say, "Hey, this is what I'm going to tat him all up and look like the Mexican mafia Joker." Or anything.
Yeah.
But
I mean, the best way to describe him is just a gangster Joker.
Yeah. It feels like that Joker was designed just to look crazy and feel crazy, just
kind of fit that movie.
Yeah, like just be crazy for crazy's sakes, but it's like that's the biggest thing that a lot of people get wrong about the Joker. Is like, yeah, he does crazy, insane shit, but it's all methodical. It's not because like he's just doing it.
I mean,
it makes more sense when you look at the story of the three Jokers. Like,
yeah, like, cause like when you like the same thing that we talk about, like the Joker, like he's just batshit insane just for being batshit insane.
Yeah.
When you think about it, like the Joker does that, but he's not doing it in the style of that. Like, there's thought behind it.
Yeah, but Jared Leto's Joker is definitely in the organized crime. You know, he's crazy, but like organized.
I will say, as bad as the Suicide Squad, the first Suicide Squad movie was, it gave you almost the damn near perfect Harley.
Yeah.
Other than that, the Flame Boy guy, the guy that,
what was his name, Diablo or something like that?
Yeah, I think Diablo guy, whatever his name was. That was pretty cool because at least he was Hispanic and became like a fiery Aztec god-looking creature thing.
That was awesome.
So, gonna bring it back to the Joker.
Let's bring it back.
Joker. Yeah, bring it back to the Joker. What about Ninja Joker?
I hate to say that I didn't like. I mean, I thought that I would like that animated and that Joker. Mm-hmm. Not a big fan.
So we have like a drawn out picture of him. I like the drawn out art of it better than the actual animated thing because you pulled up what the movie looked like and I was like, no, that looks terrible. Fuck that shit.
Because it was like 3D. It was like
the early 2000 shows like on Toonami and stuff like that where they were trying to like. I was like, oh, we got 3D. It was like,
yeah. So would you put him above or below or at the same level as Juggalo Joker or Leto Joker?
For me, like I would put him above Juggalo and Jared, just because like even if you draw him out, he still looks better than them.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. So
he still makes better art than them.
I will say that my biggest reason for putting them above is because at least they try to go with that Elseworld look.
Yeah.
You know, you put them in a different timeline, but it's still not as good as Pirate Joker.
Oh, remember that? I don't remember that.
It was an Elseworld. It was an Elseworlds comic book by DC, where the Batman universe took place in a time of pirates. Where I think the Joker was Spaniard.
Interesting.
And he had like those little curl things because of the wigs and the little frilly outfits and stuff.
Yeah, the powder wig. That's what it's called.
Yeah, powdered wig, but it was like green powder. So I don't know how the hell you got that wig.
Yeah,
but like I said, that's why like when I saw the animated for that, I was like, oh, okay, so it's almost like an Elseworld story. And then I was like, it was terrible.
Since I'm actually looking at the image of it, what about the Joaquin Phoenix?
That's why I ranked him at the bottom. And it isn't because I didn't like the look of the Joker, because there's an Italian artist, I forgot what his name is, and that's kind of the way that Joker looks like, minus the hair. His hair is like spiky in the picture, but the makeup is that way. So the only thing I didn't like, I mean, the movie was good, but it was a very, very, like, one of those movies that it's good, but I'm never going to watch it again.
Yeah. I actually haven't watched it yet.
Because it's, like, super depressing almost. Like
it's one of those movies where, like, of course it's fictionalized, but, like, everything that's in it is, like, based in reality, and it makes you think.
Yeah.
And, like, it's one of those things where it's, like, you come out and you're like, fuck.
Like, it's more about, like, possible mental illness than it is.
Oh, yeah. But that's exactly what I was going to say. I kind of like, I would rank this one probably up there with the Cesar Romero Joker.
Yeah, that's what I was going to, because I put him at, like, B as well.
I would probably put him at B rank with him, because it's everybody's one bad day away from being the Joker. You know?
Yeah, because, like, that's the one thing, it's like, I know some people were talking about, like, oh, this is the, like, origin movie that we wanted, and, like, it's not necessarily.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it an origin movie.
And then it's like, because I remember, like, we talked about it a little bit at work, like, some people came out, like, they were upset because it wasn't the origin. I was like, but, like, the thing is, like, it's not meant to be. Like,
you can't, the Joker doesn't even have an origin story per se, because there's 3 Jokers.
Yeah,
apparently that's now canon, right?
Yeah, but, like, that's the best thing, is, like, the best thing that makes Joker, like, one of the everlasting villains and everybody knows him with Batman is because you don't need to know his backstory for him to make sense.
Yeah.
The fact that he's the complete opposite of Batman alone tells you everything that you need to know.
So again, like, to me, it's like this. It's like, if you remember that movie, like I said, good movie. It deserved an Oscar now because, like, literally, it is literally more about, it seemed to me more about mental health. Now, the end of that movie, towards the end of that movie, that was more like DC Comics Joker related, you know, with all the mayhem and chaos that it caused.
Yeah.
To me, that was more Joker than the rest of, like, maybe the 2-hour movie that it was.
Yeah, it's like 98% of it was making you feel bad, and then the last 2% you're like, oh, cool. Yeah, but yeah, like I'd put him like on the same level as Caesar, just because, like, when you think of, like, for me, when I think of live action Jokers, I typically immediately think Caesar and then Jack first, but then, like, it's now Caesar and kind of Joaquin, just because those are the ones that I think the most.
Yeah. So, Doc, would you put him at B rank or lower, higher?
I wouldn't put, for me personally, I wouldn't put him at the same level as Caesar for reasons I stated before. But it's definitely, I would say, C rank for me.
Okay. I think I can compromise and put him at C rank.
Like I said, just based on the fact, visually he's Joker. Yeah. And let me show you the artist's name. The artist's name is Enrico Morini. And let me show you a picture of the Joker right quick.
Yeah. You got that.
See, like, you can see the little...
Oh, yeah, I see.
Yeah.
His little profile picture.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, minus the spiky hair, they took that color, that scheme for the makeup and everything.
Yeah.
Because that's the way, I mean, only that guy's ever drawn the Joker that way. But, again, like I said, it isn't that it didn't deserve the accolades it got. Performance was great, but it just didn't feel like a Joker movie. And I mean, for what I would think, right?
Yeah.
But the last, what did you say, like 30 to 45 minutes?
Yeah, it was like 30.
Yeah. It was like, oh, that's like Joker-esque right there.
Yeah.
But, I mean, again, maybe that's just what it was meant to be.
Yeah, I still need to watch it. I'm going to watch it.
But trust me, like I said...
It's one of those things where you have to clear your day for it. Like, if you're going to watch it, like, watch it and then just take the rest of the day for you.
Take a mental health day.
Yeah, that's how you're going to do it.
Actually, that's a really good premise, that it's, that really, realistically, that everybody's one bad day away from being the Joker.
Yeah, it's exactly what I said earlier.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But if there's a Joker movie that specifically states that, it is that movie.
Yeah. But,
I mean, to me, it just focuses on the bad day.
Yeah.
And then the last 30 minutes is like, this is Joker chaos right here.
Yeah.
So to me, I'm like, hey, I liked it. Never going to watch it again. You know, but, So I would put it one notch below.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah,
don't get me wrong; it's definitely higher than Jack Nicholson.
I can also agree with that. Let's go over to Jack Nicholson then.
Okay.
So, Jack, Doc starting off by saying, he's D-ranked to Doc. I mean, like, honestly, I don't have an opinion on the Jack Nicholson. Like, he was interesting.
You know what? I think it's the Christopher Walken thing. Because it's... Okay, everybody else is the actor playing the Joker, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Christopher Walken was playing somebody else, and Jack Nicholson's playing Jack Nicholson dressed up as the Joker.
Exactly. In other words, it is Jack Nicholson playing the Joker. It's always Jack Nicholson, you know what I'm saying?
I get you.
Whereas, just like Christopher Walken is always Christopher Walken.
I get you now, I get you.
You get it? So it's like, it's hard for me to believe he's the Joker. I mean, I went to go see it when it came out, and I was like, as a kid, like, oh, here's Batman. I like Tim Burton movies, but,
yeah.
I mean, I could be sold on everything else in the movie.
But Jack Nicholson.
And it's not that it was a bad performance, it was just that it's Jack Nicholson playing the Joker.
I will say, I have a bit of a soft spot for Jack Nicholson's Joker, just because kind of the same thing as a kid watching the Tim Burton Batman movies.
Mm-hmm.
Those, besides the animated series, the Tim Burton movies were like my first introduction into Batman, really.
Mm-hmm.
So like I always have a soft spot for those. But like I can compromise that Jack Nicholson's Joker is just Jack Nicholson playing Jack.
Yeah, because I mean, honestly, what I was going to say was going to be, I don't consider it like he was the Joker. I can't deny that he was not the Joker. But there's nothing that really stands out to me that says that,
the only thing that stands out to me is that float scene. That's the only thing that doesn't feel...
Actually, I think that's the part that feels the most Joker-y to me.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the only part that doesn't stand out as Jack Nicholson just dressed up as a character.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's literally them going downtown, him having the gas, throwing money, like, doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just wild, kooky fun.
Yeah.
If you think about it realistically, I will say this about the Tim Burton movie, that if you think about it now, that you've had time to compare everything, right? Not just this moment, but wouldn't you say that the Tim Burton movies is more like a live-action version of the animated series?
Yeah, I can
like it has that feeling. Because, like, especially if you look at Nolan's films and like even with Ben Affleck and like everybody else, they have it set gritty, but nothing was as dark and gritty as Tim Burton's like Gotham. Just like the animated series.
Yeah.
I mean, all it was missing was a lot more Art Deco style buildings.
Yeah. And there was quite a bit in that movie now.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, there was more freedom doing the animated series because it's animated.
Yeah, it's a lot cheaper to draw Art Deco than it is to.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I would say that. I mean, I would say Jack Nicholson's, version of the Joker is more the live action version of the Joker.
I could see that, yeah.
But, it's one of those things that I'm like I said, and it's not a knock, it's just that, I mean, Jack Nicholson's an acclaimed actor, so it's like, he can be Jack Nicholson playing Jesus Christ if he wants to, and it'll still be like, I'm going to give you a miracle. Right? Imagine if Christopher Walken playing anybody. Christopher Walken is Moses. You're going to let my people go. Yeah. So, it's one of those very few actors now that, that command that kind of attention.
I will say, like, the Sleepy Hollow movie with Johnny Depp, the fact that they got Christopher Walken to be the Headless Horseman and didn't give him lines, perfect.
Well, the fact that he's deathly scared of horses, and
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's a dick thing to do.
Like, hey, guess what? You're going to be in this movie. Oh, cool. Do I get to play like no, you're going to be the Headless Horseman. What?
So I think the last one we have on the dock, and I think... Wait,
we've covered almost everybody, I think.
Yeah, we just need that one.
And
that's straight from the comic books. So it's kind of...
Yeah, it's kind of iffy.
Yeah,
so, the Batman Beyond Joker, which is actually Tim Drake.
I was always kind of like one of those, like, I would have figured that it was... I don't know, it just didn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
But I was just
that one felt weird.
Yeah. I kind of dug it because it kind of continued that storyline of from the Batman animated series where he captures Tim Drake and he tortures him, and he turns him into that mini Joker. Remember?
Yeah.
It's a continuation of that storyline, and that he injected him with the nano machines that basically reactivated that portion of his brain.
So how do you feel about the Batman who laughs?
So now, I was going to ask you that at the end, because I was like, because it's literally Batman infused with Joker, essentially. How do you count that?
Honestly, I would still count it as Batman.
I would agree, but it's right there because technically Batman kills the Joker releases a gas stream from his heart that turns him into the Joker. So technically, it's like I said, it's a funny conundrum there because you're like, it is, but it isn't. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like it's like a perfect 50-50 mix of them. Because like if you think about it, in the comic series, Bruce has to invent a new fighting style just to be able to combat the Batman who laughs, because he doesn't, like, he knows all of his other combat styles, so he has to make this new one to be able to fight him.
See, the way I think about it is the Batman who laughs is just evil Batman.
Right.
But, yeah, I mean, yes, he has that Joker aesthetic. But, like I said, like, most of the planning, he already had all the plans for, he just Jokerized it a bit.
Yes.
So that's why
I will say,
it also goes back to what you said. You're always one bad day away from being the Joker.
Yeah.
But
so it's kind of...
I'll also say this, like, when they basically infused, it's almost like the Joker kicked up to 11. Because it's like, yeah, he had plans and stuff, but, like, if you look at the comic series now, like, now he's trying to actually, like, spread out and take over more multiverses and shit, like, all that. And it's just like, where it's like, Joker himself didn't necessarily have that idea.
Oh, no.
But, like, now that he's, like, with Bruce, he's like, oh, I'm gonna fuck shit up.
Yeah. So, taking it back real quick, Batman Beyond Joker. Where would you put him?
Realistically, honestly, I probably would have expected something a little bit more than what it gave me. So, I would probably put him above Leto Joker, but not above any of the other Jokers.
I would probably put him on par with Jack Nicholson. Yeah, Nicholson. Jack Nicholas is the golfer, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd probably put him D rank. Because the Ninja Joker to me is horrible.
Like
aesthetically and thematically.
My first instinct is, because I watched a little bit of Batman Beyond, but I didn't want to, like, watch the whole series. Mm-hmm. So, like, I didn't see, like, the reveal or see any of the episodes with him.
Yeah.
And, like, my instinct is, like, just put him middle of the road, because it's like, I don't know that much, but I'm kind of like, maybe D, maybe E. Just because it's like, I think the few things I have seen or read about it, it's kind of like a quick arc that's over.
Yeah, it's actually a movie. One of the straight to DVD movies, Return of the Joker.
Okay, then I'd probably go D.
I can agree with that. I mean, he's not like...
I will say that Batmobile from Batman Beyond was dope.
The what?
The Batmobile from Batman Beyond.
Oh, you mean like the bat plane thing?
Yeah, that shit was dope.
I think we should do a list on Batman.
Hell yeah. Kevin Conroy, all the way.
But, this episode's already getting a bit long, so we'll go ahead and nail the Joker's coffin shut. And,
I was like, whoa. Think about that sentence.
I had to kind of fix that sentence midway. But, we'll go ahead and call it there. So, as always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Hit that notification bell.